Tesla. People are burning down Teslas. They're committing arson attacks on Teslas, which to me feels a little bit silly because all you got to do with those things is just kind of wait it out, man. That's like murdering a suicidal person. What are you wasting your time doing that for? You know, they're going to do it to themselves eventually. Like what? You want to light a Tesla on fire? There's no need to do that, brother. All you got to do is fucking cross your fingers and it'll either explode spontaneously by itself in the garage, burning down the home and killing a family of 5, or in full self-driving mode, it'll take it upon itself to run down a toddler with their grandmother. Like we don't need to be wasting our time burning down Tesla dealerships. You know, that's like shooting at a grenade after someone's thrown it. Like, it's going to blow up anyway, man. What are you doing? All right. Now, obviously, okay, as an aspiring immigrant, I support whoever is currently the president and their policies 100%. Always have, always will. Okay. So no matter who's in charge, I'm a big supporter and I love America's greatest ally as well. Okay. I've always been a staunch supporter of America and whoever happens to be president, including every single one of their policies. Now, some people might accuse me of flip-flopping, but I would just say that I'm more patriotic than you. Okay, so under advisory of my immigration lawyer, I love Donald Trump, and I will be buying a Tesla and investing. But also, on like a serious note, it's I don't know, it's such a nuanced issue, isn't it? Should we be celebrating people firebombing businesses and putting lives at risk? Probably not. Also, like, as far as like a crime to commit, that's going to be one of the dumbest ones. Okay, I don't know what Mr. Musk has over my leader, Donald Trump, who I agree with 100%. But I would not be committing any acts of violence towards any sort of Tesla business because you will go to jail for terrorism, and you will achieve nothing. You know, oh, wow, you fucking blew up a Tesla. What does that do for the revolution? Nothing. Maybe if I turn this hat a little bit to the side, I'll start getting a bit Che Guevara and I'll be like, you know what, actually, blowing up car dealerships is actually fucking sick. I think that it's very bad. It's a very bad sign for America for like the success or failure of one of the biggest manufacturing companies in the country to be like a political win or loss. That's not good, because that means that a billionaire is fucking intertwined with the highest level of government, right? And that 50% of the country thinks it's a political win to fucking devastate an entire manufacturing sector. Neither of those things are good, right? Everyone should be very happy that a car manufacturing business is doing well in their country because it's jobs and innovation. But it's very hard to be happy about that when the owner of said company is involved in government and saying shit like, we should probably get rid of Social Security and let old people starve to death because once they can't have children, they're essentially useless. That's not good for anyone. So all these people going, yeah, it's great that Teslas are blowing up. That's bad. But also all of these people that are like going, oh, it's patriotic to invest in Tesla. It's like, it shouldn't be. You know, those two things should be separate from each other. It's great when I see an Australian business doing well. It's great, but I'm not like, fuck yeah, liberals. That's a liberal win. You know? Oh, I'm so glad my local hairdresser is doing well. Go Greens. I think intertwining business with politics is just no good and leads to corruption. And this, like, that's the really big problem, is that every politician, all right, they rely on the government to pay for their security, But if you, as a billionaire, get so involved with fucking politics that people start firebombing your businesses, now what's going to happen? You're going to have to go through a military checkpoint just to get a test drive with a Tesla? Can't be good for business. So I saw Tim Waltz on stage going, anytime I need a little boost, I just open up my stock app and check the Tesla price. Yeah. Now, I'm actually a higher being, and I'm able to hold two ideas in my head at once. A lot of people can't do this, or they don't even allow the realization that everyone in the world does this. It's called conflicting ideas, or like two things can be true at once. Now, here's what's definitely true. That's hilarious. That's very funny. I was laughing. That's a good bit. What's also true is that's a fuck thing for a politician to say. That's really bad. Hey, look at this really big and innovative American company. It's failing. That's good. That's not what a politician's job should be. Now, a politician should also not be going on the news and being like, you should buy Tesla stock. That's also bad. A politician probably shouldn't be treating the White House as a car dealership for Tesla. But I would argue that it's probably worse for a politician to be celebrating the downfall of an American company. That's bad. China loves that. That said, though, like all these right-wing people that are kind of ascribing people are shorting Tesla stock and selling their Tesla stock because they're gay liberals. And it's like, no, man, it's just probably a severely overvalued business. And while they did have first movers advantage across the world, now not only is China doing big poos on them with BYD and other fucking electronic vehicles, making them comparatively the same to higher quality, but for like a third the price, literally. All right, have a look at some of the new electric cars that are coming over into Australia. I mean, we get it cheaper because we're closer to China, but way cheaper than Teslas, pretty much the same, and you don't have to ride around in the fucking Roman salute mobile. So, like, of course, the stock price is going to go down when you fucking... Like, if I was an investor in Microsoft, right? And when Bill Gates was, like, actually fucking running it and just starting it up when it was a new company, if Bill Gates started to become a politician and was, like, easily observable to never be in the fucking office, despite how much Musk talks about, oh, we got to get back in the office. That guy's the most remote worker on earth. That guy's never in the office. He's working from the White House remotely on 16 different companies and reckons he can do it all. But you can't. That's what annoys me about these fucking billionaires. It's rules for thee, but not for me. No more remote work. Oh, cool, Elon. Are you coming into the office 5 days a week, considering that you get paid more than me and are smarter than me and do more than me and are more responsible than me in this company? No. I'm doing star jumps at Trump rallies and wearing my kid like a bulletproof vest. Like, if I'm an investor in Tesla, which I wish I was, because I would have sold ages ago, and then right now I'd be doing puts, 100%, because I'm a gay liberal. Isn't that the funniest shit ever? Somehow shorting a company became like a gay liberal thing to do instead of like one of the more evil actions you could do under capitalism. I'm betting money that your fucking dream will fail. If you lose your house, I'm up big. What value does that provide to anyone? But I don't know, it's just this is why you don't intertwine business and politics like they're exactly the same things. They should be like separate things. Government should exist to kind of put some like rails on business to make sure that they don't, veer off into a fucking housing district and kill everyone there by building a smog factory. Right? But when they're too intertwined, it's either you get communism or you get like this, which is this weird, like, amazing thing that I agree with 100%. I would like a visa. It's really good, and every decision made and backtracked upon, I agree with. I'm like, that's a good idea. You don't want to do it anymore? That's a great idea. That's my president. Whoever happens to be the president, that's my president. Let me in. Dude, I got to put a deposit down on my immigration lawyer. You know, the mood has shifted on America big time. Because, man, not even 6 months ago, when I talked about my like plans to move to the States to chase my dream of stand-up comedy, I would tell people. And I've had this dream since like 2018, I knew it was necessary, and then 2019, I was like, "Nah, I'm making it happen." And then the dark times. But now we're here, and I'm like, "All right, let's pick up where we left off, boys." You know, I feel like a little bit like I'm going back to my childhood home, and it's like, oh, I can go back there, but no one else is there, and it's very different. Everyone that I used to tell, I want to go to the States. Oh, cool. Would you like go to LA or maybe you would go to New York, or actually maybe Texas is like the thing because of Austin and Joe Rogan's comedy. Like maybe like which one of those would, and it would be like an interesting discussion of like where should I move to? Right? Now, bro, that was only 6 months ago. Now, every person I tell is like, why? Why would you want to do that? Why would you go there? Every single person of all ages, from strangers to friends to family, are all, even the fucking the oldies at my church, they're like, huh? Why would you want to do that? Every single person. Dude, I was laughing. It's such a stark change. Who did I text? I text someone that I did F-Boy Island with, right? They just checked in and they're like, oh, what are you up to? And I'm like, oh, you know, they're like, are you touring overseas this year? I go, I've got Australia, I've got UK, Ireland as well. And then maybe, probably not, but I'm starting my immigration process to United States. And I go, I'm talking to lawyers, maybe to do US, but likely not till next year, as I think it's a very long process. And they go, and you may end up in an El Salvador prison. No one's stoked for me anymore. Everyone's just concerned. And you know what? It's a little bit concerning when you turn on Philip DeFranco and he's like, oh yeah, a Canadian woman tried to come and see her boyfriend and they just fucking put her in prison in handcuffs for ages. But you know what? As an aspiring immigrant, maybe she had fentanyl on it. Maybe she looked a little bit fentanyl-y. You know, I agree with everything my president does and his billionaire pet. It might be the other way around. I can't get at the dynamic. I'm waiting for their fallout. When's that going to happen? Do you think that happens? I made the big prediction. I still feel pretty confident. I don't know. I'm unsure what, I guess Trump's getting money out of it. But I don't know if I think it's a monkey paw situation. He gets unlimited money for campaigning and stuff like that, but he has to hang out with Elon Musk.